Hi everybody, Brendan from KOSO North America here, and welcome to KOSO's channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to install our brand new Titan-X heated grips for cable-driven Harleys. These are fully plug and play. Once you install them, they will go directly with your cables. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how the installation is done. So we're going to start this off on the non-throttle side. What you're going to want to do here is just remove the 4 bolts holding the switch housing in place. Now it's ready to be taken off, and we'll just get that out of there. Make sure you hold on to those screws because those are important and you do not want to lose them. Get this grip out of here. Sometimes it might take a little extra effort. You might have to cut the grip. The left side is usually a little harder to deal with, so I mean, no problem cutting those. Once you get those out of the way, you get them brand new Titan-X heated grips on. What you're going to do is grab the side with the controller, so it has the integrated controller built onto the grip, and you're going to see the fat side. You're going to want that facing in the down direction. What you're going to do is slip that into the switch housing right like that, and then simply close it back up and get this bad boy tightened right back up. So as you can see here, we got the non-throttle side installed, and we're going to move on to the throttle side, and I'll be showing you how to do the exact same thing over there, except now with putting the cables into the grip. Next, we're going to be moving over here to the throttle side, and as you can see, this is a push and pull throttle type system, so it might be a little bit tricky for you to install, but no problem, that's what I'm here for. So now what you're going to do is remove those same 4 bolts on this switch housing. We'll get this out of the way, and then we'll remove that grip and we'll work on getting the new one put on. So once you get those 4 screws out of the way, what you're going to do is remove the switch housing, get that out of the way. Just try and slide this off here a little bit. We'll just try and get this brake and mirror out of the way. Now, what you're going to want to do is remove these 2 brass ferrules so that the cables can come loose and out of the grip. It's a lot easier if you loosen up your cable throttles, but it's not necessary. You do not have to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do it without doing that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove these 2 brass ferrules from your throttle side. So what you're going to do is just take a little long nose and stick it in there, get these bad boys right out. Might be a little troublesome, but we'll get them out of there. There we go. Slide that stock grip right off, and then we'll get ready to install the new one. What you're going to do is grab the new grip, slide it right in there with the 2 holes for the ferrules facing up top. Gonna get these ferrules back in, just shove them back where they belong, and there's holes. Once we got one in, the second one becomes a lot easier. And there we go. Got our 2 brass ferrules in place. We're just gonna get them back in the holes, and then we're ready to put the switch housing right back on and get this grip back in action. There we go. Now you're going to want to get your switch housing back into position. While you're installing this back on, you want to give a little push on the throttle towards the inside. Like this, you'll get rid of the little bit of play that's there. You know, when you're changing your grips, that's something that's common to happen. You'll have a little bit of play in your throttle side. So what you're going to do is put a little force in it before you're tightening it, and we'll get rid of that play. Get your 2 screws back on, and we'll just do this with an Allen for now. We'll get them tight, and then we'll grab the torque wrench and hit them with the spec. Now once you have those briefly in place, what you're going to do is grab a torque wrench and get all 4 of these bolts done up to spec. They'll be in your owner's manual, depending on your model. Everything's different, so take a look in your owner's manual. You should find that number somewhere in there and just torque these right to spec. As you can see, throttle turns beautifully. Both grips feel nice and larger than the stock ones. Integrated control on the handlebar. So once you get both grips installed and all the screws tightened to spec, what you want to do is grab the 2 cables and pull them together here and have them run, under your tank or wherever you prefer, depending on the kind of look of bike you have. Once you get these out, you're going to have 2 connectors on the end here. So you have the non-throttle side with the white connector, and you have the throttle side with the black connector. Once you get those hooked up, first thing you want to do is test them out. Okay, so once you get these things installed, the first thing you're going to want to do is try out the 5 levels of heat. I'll show you them right now. We got the blue, the lowest level. Green, second lowest. We got yellow right in the middle. We got the orange, it'll start to get hot, hot, hot. And then we got the red, the hottest they can get. And that's been our instructional video on how to install our Titan-X heated grips from KOSO North America.